Hello everyone, I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm the nerd on the street, and today we are installing CyanogenMod on my OnePlus 2. Okay, so I've had my OnePlus 2 for a little while now, and I really like it. It's a good phone. Back when I had my LG G2, I had CyanogenMod on it, so I got the newest version of Android pretty quickly every time there was an update to Android. With the OnePlus 2, I had high hopes for OnePlus because OnePlus, when they first started making phones, they actually shipped them with CyanogenMod or with a special version of CyanogenMod. OnePlus phones don't come with CyanogenMod anymore. They come with OxygenOS, which is OnePlus's ROM that they include with their phones. And I do like OnePlus's ROM. I like some things about it. I like the shelf to the left of the home screen. I think this shelf is a great idea. Just a place to put widgets, and it's got some nice artwork there. On a concept level, I like this a lot better than Google Now. I like this a lot better than Samsung's Brief thing that they have, because this doesn't steal your data. This is not anti-privacy. This is, you know, it's not something that is going to take over my life. This is just a place. It's called Shelf, and you can just stack widgets in it. So I like that about Oxygen ROM or OxygenOS. You know, I like OxygenOS overall, but like I said, I want the latest version of Android because I want the latest version of Android because I'm a nerd. So I have just gone through the trouble of backing up the only things on this phone that are not stored in the cloud that I can download again. It was a little bit of a pain because this phone is actually encrypted. I encrypted it just because I was like, what the hey, I'll encrypt this phone. And then it turns out when you encrypt a phone, TWRP recovery can't actually access the data partition anymore to back up the phone. So I had to back up just the individual apps that I wanted to keep my information in with Titanium, which I like Titanium Backup. Titanium Backup is great. I've purchased the Pro version of Titanium Backup, so yeah, I'm a supporter of them. But yeah, if we can actually unencrypt this phone while we're doing this, that would be great, because I do want to be able to back up the phone with TWRP, because when you back up your phone with TWRP or with Clockwork Mod, when you do an Android backup is what it's called, you can just restore the phone to a certain point in time where all of your data and all of your apps and everything are exactly how you left them. I wasn't able to do that since this phone's encrypted right now, so if I ever do want to go back to stock, I'm sure I'll be able to find a way to go back to stock, but I'm going to have to set up my home screens again, which isn't the end of the world. But yeah, the only other thing I don't like about OxygenOS is that it's got Google built in everywhere. See, it's got this Google search bar at the top, and you can remove that search bar, but you can't replace it with Start Page or DuckDuckGo or anything. If you remove the Google search bar, you can't actually put anything there. It's just a blank space at the top of your screen. I don't like that. You know, I don't want a blank space at the top of my screen, so right now I've got the Google bar there, but I don't like to use Google, which is kind of awkward that I'm using Android even though I don't like to use Google, but hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try and get CyanogenMod on this now, and I'll figure out if I want Google Apps or F-Droid or whatever later. But yeah, for now I'm going to bring you in so that you can see the screen of this phone. Sorry, sometimes when I'm doing distro installations on my computers, I can manage to screen record those. Not going to be able to screen record an Android phone while I'm installing a ROM very easily. So yeah, I'm going to bring you in so you can see the screen, and we will see what this process is like for the OnePlus 2. Alright, here we are, and I'm actually going to see how much of this I can just do straight on the phone, because if I can do a lot of this on the phone and not have to do this through the computer, that would be easier. Because I'm currently running Linux, and for some reason, Windows actually has better support from the Android ROM community, or at least it has in the past. That's been my experience. We're getting there, guys. Hang on. This is just as awkward for me to do as it is for you to watch. There we go. Okay. This is a great setup. This is an excellent... I'd take a selfie of this setup, but I would have to move the phone out of the frame. Alrighty, so here's my phone. Now, there's something called ROM Manager. I've used it before, so like I said, I've already backed this phone up. Make sure you back your phone up if you're doing this kind of stuff. Looking for it in my history. But... oh, here we go, ROM Manager. Oh, I even purchased the premium one. How about that? Now, this is by Clockwork Mod, and I don't actually have Clockwork Mod installed right now. Okay, I need to go get the actual ROM manager here. Yeah, I don't have Clockwork Mod installed right now. I've got TWRP installed because I used Clockwork Mod first, and then I later switched to TWRP, and I just have never switched back to Clockwork Mod. There we go. So I just have TWRP out of habit right now because TWRP was easier to use when I discovered it. I'm sure Clockwork Mod is great now. It's got touchscreen support and everything now. Yeah, we have TWRP. Alright, and confirm phone model. We have the OnePlus 2. This may not work, yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool. So, download ROM. Yeah, no, not Clockwork Mod. We want CyanogenMod. Why do they list like font packs under ROMs that you can download? I am underwhelmed with ROM Manager right now. Alright, we're going to go to XDA Developers, and I don't know what's going to open up here. Oh. Alright, I was reading a thing here a long time ago about supercooled water. Shout out to the Department of Physics at the University of Illinois. xdadevelopers.com. Oh, right, so I didn't mention this earlier, but there's actually not an official version of CyanogenMod for the OnePlus 2. There's one for the OnePlus 1 and the OnePlus X. So the older and the OnePlus X is a newer model of this, but it's a newer phone. Both have official CyanogenMod support, but the OnePlus 2 does not. And the OnePlus 3, by the way, is coming out soon. That's another reason I wanted to install CyanogenMod, because I know when the OnePlus 3 comes out, then they're going to care a little bit less about the 2. OnePlus 2 is 3, of course. You know, I've heard about Hydrogen OS. Do we want to do that? Removes Chinese bloatware. Yeah, it's got Android M. I think I've got Lollipop right now. So I'm waiting on Android M. I have heard of Hydrogen OS. I'm not going to install Hydrogen right now because my plan was to install CyanogenMod, but if I have a horrible experience with CyanogenMod, then I might try out Hydrogen OS. Yeah, they pushed out an update with Android M, but I have not received that update yet. Alright, unofficial CyanogenMod 13. That is what I want. And it's, you know, I used to be scared of nightlies, but I used nightlies on my G2 for a long time, and it was great. Because whenever I had a problem, it would usually get fixed within a few days. Not that I reported them often, but other people would report them. Here we go. CyanogenMod 13. Yeah, I'm not going to get over-the-air updates through CyanogenMod's system like I did with the G2 because, like I said, this doesn't have... Alright. Jeez. Never used basket build before, but not impressed so far. So 2016, we want the latest. So 2016, 6.7. Hey, that's today. Download... How do we freaking download that? How do we, yeah, there we go. You have to scroll over. Gotta scroll over there. Okay. Download file. Alright, yeah, never used basket build before. Should have just gone with the Android file host link, but the basket build one was listed first, as you could see. And then... do I want GApps or do I want F-Droid? I should probably get GApps. Let me check if Firefox is on F-Droid anymore, because if Firefox is still on F-Droid, I might actually skip the GApps and go with F-Droid for now. Catalog of free and open source stuff. And does it have Firefox? It does, but it will soon be dropped because the upstream source code is non-free. Great. Does this have Titanium in it? Nope, Titanium is only on the Google Play Store. Alright, well, screw that. We're going to go with GApps. Google continues to hold the monopoly in the operating system that they create. Funny how that works, huh? Google makes an operating system, and you need Google to do things with the operating system. Very strange. Alright, GApps, we can only go to basket build. Do I want Nano? I think Nano is what we normally... Let me look this up real quick, the difference between these. Open GApps. Pico is the bare minimum to get Google Play functionality. Nano, minimal installation, including extra functionality not available from the Play Store. Mini is smaller set of Google apps, most popular applications, plus extra functionality not available from the Play Store. Alright, Mini includes calculator. Why does Google need to make a calculator that's separate from the AOSP calculator? I don't understand that. Calendar, I do use. Desk clock. Google Now Launcher, I don't use. Google NFC tags. Google Package Installer. Google Play Services. Google Search. Gmail Hangouts. Maps. I want maps and stuff, but Nano includes Google Package Installer, Google Play Services, Google Search, Hotword, core Google System Base, offline speech files, Google Play Store, face detection, face unlock, dialer framework. Mini includes the Google Now Launcher, and I don't want the Google Now Launcher because I don't use Google Now. Absolute minimum GApps installation available, core Google System Base, Google Play Store, Google Calendar Sync, dialer framework, Google Package Installer, Google Play Services. We're going to go with Pico because I really am trying to cut down on the Google. And the Nano includes Google Search, which I don't want. All right, we're going to go with Pico. All right, glad we got that figured out. I think Nano is what I used with the G2, but yeah, I don't want Google Search. I don't want the Google Now Launcher. I do want Google Maps because I use Google Maps because it actually has functionality I can't find with other map applications, which kind of scares me a bit. And then I also do use Google Calendar, but I can use an alternative calendar app. Google Maps I use because you can avoid highways with Google Maps, and I have not found another Maps application. If any of you guys know of a Maps application that lets you avoid highways, let me know, because that's the only reason I use Google Maps, is because it's got an option to avoid highways, whereas OpenMap stuff doesn't have that I've seen. Okay, so now we can't actually install these from TWRP, so that's why I installed ROM Manager. We're going to see if we can install a ROM from SD card. So download and CM. We don't need to back up. We do want to wipe data and cache. Let's go ahead and also install at the same time. We'll install the... did I click the wrong thing? We'll find out. Did I click the wrong... No, I clicked the right thing. Okay, reboot. Okay. Here we go. Grant. Alright, so if TWRP fails here, then we're going to have to reset this device to factory settings just to get rid of encryption. Encrypting was really, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Yep. No. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but see, I can't mount /data. So we are going to wipe format data. Yes. Go. Formatting data. Goodbye, data. Unable to mount data. Factory reset. Alright, so we can mount /data now. So that's good. We can mount data. Back. Reboot. System. Now, if it forgets that I'm Jacob Kaufman and it walks us through the first boot thing again, then that'll be fun. Because I'm going to have to re-download, I think, CyanogenMod and GApps now, but... Yeah, encryption... the device is only encrypted when it's turned off. When you turn it on, I was under the impression that it unencrypted every time you unlocked it. But it actually only decrypts things when you boot the phone. So it really only protects you, as far as I can tell, when the phone's powered off. Which I do keep my phone powered off during the day, like when I'm at school and stuff. Alright, yeah, the phone's no longer encrypted, so that's great. And we're optimizing. I love it when we're optimizing apps. Finishing boot. Okay, yeah, I forgot that I'm Jacob. Can we just skip this? Skip. Are you still rooted? No, it's unrooted now, I think. I'm not sure, actually, if it's... Actually, I think it might be still rooted. Can you freaking just give me a search box, please? Give me a search box. Okay. Now, excuse me while I go and do all that again. Alrighty. I've re-downloaded CyanogenMod and GApps. I downloaded the right GApps, right? I'm going to make sure I download the right GApps. But yeah, just so you know, if you're encrypted, then you're basically screwed. And as of right now, June 2016, if you want to install a ROM, you are going to have to reset your device to factory settings before you can do that if you're encrypted. Okay, download the correct everything. We're going to turn this thing off. And then to turn it on, you hold down the power and volume down, which are right next to each other on this phone. So it's going to automatically do some crazy thing because it's plugged in. It's like, oh, you crazy phone, giving me a battery indicator. But just ignore it and continue holding down power and volume down. And eventually, TWRP should still be installed somewhere on here. Yep. So we will swipe to unlock. Swipe to unlock. There we go. I like TWRP. It's got big buttons, so it's easy to see what you're doing and easy to use. Alright, we're going to install CM13. Swipe to confirm flash. And error executing updated binary. We may have to install Marshmallow before we can actually flash this. Okay, we're going to reboot into the system because apparently I'm supposed to have gotten the update to Marshmallow, the stock update to Marshmallow, already. So, from what I'm reading, we have to install stock Marshmallow before we can install any Marshmallow-based ROMs, which I remember having to do on my G2 as well. So I don't think it's complete BS. Man, this starts a lot quicker when it's not encrypted. So we're going to open up our settings here. Settings. And we're going to see if we can update this phone. Hello?
Well, now, to find out the terms, conditions, and associated changes for the next phone type, you are currently caller number 15.
Here we go.
You can speak with a representative. Thank you for your patience.
All right, let's see where we go with this.
Customer service, thank you for holding. And do you owe $2,000 or more in total credit card debt?
I don't have a credit card.
You don't even have a credit card?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. I do apologize. I'll get you off the list. Have a good day.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, well, that was fun. If I had more time to plan out what I was going to say to him, I could have screwed with him a bit, but I'm not great at improv. All right, so maybe he'll actually take me off of the phone list. That would be great. System update. Freaking give me that update. Nope, I'm not updated. I'm not updated. Okay, this is my problem with OnePlus, the company. This is my problem with this is why I'm switching to CyanogenMod, because I've got staff member of OnePlus said, all right, so on Sunday they said, hi all, we are about to start the incremental rollout of Oxygen OS on OnePlus 2, the upgrade to Android Marshmallow. I want to thank all of you who have provided feedback on the community builds, blah, blah, blah. This is an incremental rollout. We should reach 100% coverage in the next 48 hours. Said that Sunday at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it is currently Tuesday at 2:30 p.m., so it's been more than 48 hours. I'd love to install the update, but I don't have it yet. Update will clear your stored fingerprints. Yeah, I'm so well installing CyanogenMod. Oh, I can't turn that on because my fingerprint's not registered because I just reset my phone. Okay. This is where things start getting a little out of hand here. So check for update. No. Okay. I'm going to have to install a beta version of this. We are going to download this zip. We're going to flash it. It's going to update our phone. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. All right. And then we're going to install CyanogenMod so that I never have to go through this again. So S3, like next year I'm going to be in college. I'm not going to have time to screw around with this crap. Amazon, AWS.com/oxygenos.oxygen. This must not be very fun to listen to. All right, _14 _ No, that's a 0. 019 underscore all. Now they're just making it difficult. 1606040604 underscore. They're making it hard on purpose. BD4. You didn't have to include all of this in the file name. 2 FC5. You could have just CC5. You could have made the file name whatever you wanted. CC4 AB2.zip. Why couldn't they have just called it OxygenOS-3.0.2.zip or -302.zip? They didn't have to. All right, well, the good news is I'm a leet typer, so that went in correctly. So now we're downloading. I'm going to, I think, pause the camera so I'm not shooting the phone for 5 minutes. All right, and we are just finishing this download up here. Right about any second now it'll finish up, and then we can reboot back into TWRP. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just finish. Just go ahead and finish that download there. I'm pretty sure it's already done. It's stuck at 99%. The download finished at 246, so we're gonna see what time it finally pops from 99% to 100%. I just was able to open up the zip file, so I think it's done. All right, we're done. Gonna reboot this because that's done. I don't care what to say. If it's stuck at 99%, okay. All right, it's doing this thing. Volume and power down, or power and volume down. There we go. So now we will install the OnePlus Oxygen update. Swipe. So now it's flashing the OnePlus. Like I said, this is a beta build of Marshmallow, the latest beta build, because they didn't post the actual build zip file. They only post the zip files for the beta builds. For some reason. Yeah, I probably messed something up when I turned the phone off while it was still at 99%, but I waited for 2 minutes, so it's a bad status indicator. Okay, good. The status bar went from 0 to 100. That means it's doing something, I think. What's up with status bars these days? Getting stuck at 99%, popping from 0 to 100. Alrighty. So now we're going to wipe cache and Dalvik, because can't ever do that too much. Now we will install CyanogenMod. And this time, nope. Great. Man. Alright, run a factory reset. It says run a factory reset. Alright, gonna run a factory reset. Here we go. Okay, we just factory reset. So now we're going to install CyanogenMod. Okay, cool. Alright, all we had to do was run a factory reset. There we go. And notice how much faster it installs CyanogenMod than it did the OnePlus update. Because it's so much slimmer. Not as much bloatware. And keep in mind, like, compared to my LG phone, OnePlus, very little is pre-installed in OnePlus, and I love that. Really, I thought there was hardly any bloatware installed, but alright, yeah, we are going to install GApps Pico. Yeah, compared to CyanogenMod, there actually is a surprising amount of bloatware. And then we install the bloatware GApps. Okay, so we're gonna get a new keyboard, we're gonna get calendar sync, alright, and a few other things. Fonts, looks like, package installer. Alright, now we're gonna wipe cache and Dalvik, because once again, I've been hit before where like I forget to wipe the cache and Dalvik and then something doesn't work. So now I just, every time I see that button, I go ahead and run it. So now we're going to turn this on. And no encryption anymore. And no more OnePlus boot up logo. We should get, hopefully, a CyanogenMod boot up logo. Sweet. Been a little while since I've seen that. And let's see if that frame rate improves, because right now that frame rate's not excellent for that boot up logo. But it is the first boot, so don't know what the expectation should be for that. There we go. Frame rate's improving a little. Yeah, that's a much better frame rate on that animation. Yep, just running probably first boot things, whatever that is. So be aware, you do need to upgrade to Marshmallow before you can install a Marshmallow ROM, it seems. And then also, after you install that, you do have to do a factory reset. Now, according to the XDA developer forum post for this unofficial CyanogenMod, ROM, everything works. Fingerprint works, camera works, GPS works, everything on this phone should work. There should not be anything that doesn't work. So hopefully that is correct. Yeah, first boot is always slower. So it will not take this long to boot every time. There we go. And notice that we are now only optimizing 104 apps, and that is less, a little bit, not a whole lot less, but it's a little bit less than we were optimizing. It was like in the 110s or 120s earlier when we were optimizing the stock. So there are a few apps that don't come with CyanogenMod. That is called bloatware. Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to CyanogenMod. Turn on cellular data. Yes, we do. And it did. See, CyanogenMod detects them on Ting, whereas the stock OnePlus 2 ROM detected that I was on T-Mobile, which I am on Ting. It's using T-Mobile's network, but I'm paying for service from Ting, even though Ting uses T-Mobile's network. So yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was a hardware thing, because my G2 detected Ting properly, but maybe it's a software thing. CyanogenMod properly detects Ting. So next, checking info. Okay. I do want to sign in. There we go. By signing in, you agree to terms of service and that god-awful privacy policy. Yeah. I accept because I need the Play Store. Alright, Google services. Don't automatically back up. No. Okay, next. Okay. Which device? I do not want to restore apps and data right now. Fingerprint setup. So that does work. Set up screen lock. When your device is locked, notifications, I want you to hide sensitive content. So that just means that, like, if somebody texts me, it'll show that I've received a text. It might even say who the text is from, but it's not going to say what's in the text. Find the sensor. Yeah, I see it. It's not on the back of my... Whoops, did I... Oh, back. Okay. I'm screwing all this up, guys. It told me to find the sensor, and it says on the back of your phone. That's left over from Nexus stuff. It said find the sensor, and it has an animation of touching the home button, so I did. It didn't work. Alright, place your finger on the sensor. All the different parts. Man, this is pretty quick. This is actually better than stock. So that's cool. Fingerprint added. Sweet. I'll add more later, so you guys don't have to sit through me touching my finger to the thing a ton. Don't automatically send things to Cyanogen. Sorry, Cyanogen. But yeah. And then you have the option to use on-screen nav keys. I'm gonna keep the hardware keys. Allow apps that have asked your permission. I'll go back and turn that on later if I need to, because I want it to ask me every time. Okay, so next, CyanogenMod. Sweet. Welcome. Alright, so this is CyanogenMod's launcher. It looks very material designy. You got that thing that's a material design thing that you see when you swipe and there's nothing there. Alright, this looks pretty similar. Alright, so it actually says Ting instead of T-Mobile. That's great. And then here's the new Android M app drawer that goes up and down rather than left and right. But I'm sure you can change that somewhere. Alright, sweet. So we have CyanogenMod installed here, and we even have the Play Store, as you can see. So yeah, that's really cool. That is how you install CyanogenMod on a OnePlus 2. You have to first make sure you're not encrypted. Second, you have to upgrade to an Android M version of Oxygen OS, and then third, you flash CyanogenMod and GApps if you want them. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about this process. I've said this in the past. I can't answer questions about every device out there because I don't own every device out there, but the devices that I do own, such as this OnePlus 2, I can answer your questions about if you've got one of these and you're having trouble with this. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions over at the forums at nerdonthestreet.com, but for now, that's all. I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm the Nerd on the Street, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.